Since COVID-19, most of the school classes have changed into online, and because of it, the digital media literacy is also emphasized in school education these days. So today, we, Soo-hyun-woo, Yeo-jin-seo, and Na-yoon Kim, would like to talk about the problems of digital media literacy education in online classes and the effectiveness of the law that is established in Korea to create digital media literacy. First, we're going to talk about Korea's current situation and then find out the problems of it. Then we would like to see the examples of nationals abroad and compare with Korea. Finally, we would like to suggest some ways to enhance our policy.
In December of 2019, we suddenly became an untech society where people should keep social distance and should wear masks because of COVID-19. Many aspects of society have changed and education has met many changes too. From 2020 April, Korea started doing non-face-to-face classes and the type of the classroom has changed from offline to online. To do a seamless media education, an online platform, EBS Online Class, was invented and supplied to schools. In addition, the Ministry of Education made an online platform 1 Million Community for better education. In May 2018, politician Eun Hye-yu proposed a law aimed at the revitalization of media education on digital media literacy due to the increase in media use. As media is easily produced and disturbed with the development of digital technology, reckless information such as fake news is easily produced. Because of the side effects of this kind of distribution, they said that media education is important. In addition, politician Kyung Min-shin introduced the Media Education Support Bill in the same year. With the development of digital technology, new forms of media is keep emerging. Even though media education is being discussed, he pointed out the fact that guidelines and regulations are still insufficient. All citizens should have the same opportunity to enjoy media culture without any discrimination, but there are still limitations. In addition to these propositions, efforts are being made to develop textbooks and content related to the field of education. First, the Ministry of Education introduced an accredited curriculum on Korean textbooks for elementary school students. The contents was titled Wisely Enjoying the Media World, and it was developed to enhance students' media literacy capabilities. It is centered on student activities and is convenient in terms of mobile and web-based education. As a textbook for teenagers, there is Youth and Media developed by Korea Press Foundation. This textbook aims to educate students on critically read and write media and to develop practical competencies for active participation in society, such as engaging in politics.
But what is the biggest problem? The biggest problem of Korea is that now there is no law that currently stipulates and mandates the digital media literacy education. The Acts on Broadcasting and Communication Development and the Acts on Supporting Culture and Arts Educations are only partially prescribed for media-related curricula. Article 26 of Acts on Broadcasting and Communication Development stipulates funding support for media education. Article 2 of Culture and Arts Education Support Acts are mentioning that the media-related curricula should be supported. However, these laws do not effectively and actively support education in digital media literacy. Although these laws partially define and refer to media-related education, there is no law that currently refers to media literacy education necessary for social improvement and to where and what budget is supported. To address this problem, the Act on Promotion of Media Education was proposed in Korean National Assembly in May 2018. Its aim was to revitalize the education by stipulating matters concerning the promotion system to comprehensively and systematically implement policies on media education. But the proposal was discarded after their term was expired. As a result, right now, the digital media literacy education is conducted individually and is not integrated into one policy. To summarize, the Korean government's digital literacy education related policies are separated into Korea Communication Commission, the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism, and its affiliated organizations, making it difficult to carry out these policies comprehensively. In addition, another problem is that there is no law currently stipulating it. Subsidiary laws have not actually provided support for media education. By these problems, we can conclude that the support for media literacy education in Korea is currently insufficient.
Then how should Korea's media literacy education be conducted? The direction of future education in Korea can be set by referring to positive cases of media literacy education in other nations. First, Finland. Finnish media literacy education was systematically implemented in an early date. They first included media content as a principle of school curriculum in 1972 and established a methodical media education framework. It is one of the few countries that has the media department as an independent government department. Government agencies and non-profit organizations are cooperating through good media literacy plan. In other words, Finnish media literacy education is accomplished through the cooperation of various institutions along with the systematic plans and policies of the government. The second case is Canada. Unlike Finland, Canada doesn't have any specific law for media literacy education or a unified national curriculum like Korea. However, the status of Canada is different from that of Korea. Each state of Canada autonomously operates media curriculums independently, which are suitable to local needs. However, each state of Canada collaborates throughout Canada. Media Literacy Results Guide was published, and the Canadian Association of Media Literacy Organization was made in 1992. In addition, unlike Korea, which is nothing to call a main agency for media literacy, Media Smart, a non-profit organization, plays a central role in media literacy, conducting various researches and activities. With the cases from Finland and Canada, we can conclude that one of the common features of advanced nations' media literacy education is having a leading organization for it. However, no organization in Korea specializes in media literacy education and leads related policies. Too many related organizations exist. Therefore, it would be more effective to launch a specialized organization and focus on resources. The second common feature is that it specifies the inclusion of media literacy education in the curriculum. As mentioned previously, Korea will also be able to use youth and media textbook in high school. It also distributed digital textbook in conjunction with Korean language textbook. However, in the case of textbook, there is a limitation that only schools which have completed the establishment of related subject can use it. Also, the latter one is only available for limited students, not for all grades. To enhance the effectiveness of media literacy education in online classes, our team will suggest the following methods. First, media literacy education should be mandatory by law. Secondly, instead of simply making subjects and textbook, various digital content should be followed so that it can enhance the learning abilities of the students. For example, classes should be equipped with learning materials such as videos and webtoons to increase students' participation. Lastly, it is necessary to actively reflect on learners' feedback. With the role of students being more emphasized in online classes should be designed in consideration of students' characteristics in order to make them concentrate on online classes the same way they do in offline classes. In conclusion, our group has investigated policies and laws for media literacy education in Korea and examined its effectiveness and limitations. We have compared these findings with the cases of countries abroad to learn about limitations, significance, and direction of media literacy education in Korea. As online classes continue during this pandemic situation, digital media literacy education has become a must for students. Therefore, if Parliament passes the law that provides for media literacy education and specialized institutions, the learning outcomes of online classes will be more positive. Thank you for listening.